Naomi Carter built an empire from nothing, a chain of dealerships, a name that meant something, a legacy earned through sweat and silent perseverance. But on a cold December afternoon, she walked into her own showroom wearing a plain coat and a question she prayed wouldn't be answered. Within minutes, a manager looked at her skin, heard her voice, and decided she didn't belong. He called her sweetheart. He steered her toward cheaper cars. And when she asked one question too many, he raised two fingers and summoned security to remove the owner from her own building. She didn't reveal herself. She let them escort her out. Because sometimes the truth needs to be witnessed before it can be destroyed. Subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from, because what happens next will leave you speechless. Naomi Carter arrived at the dealership before sunrise. The parking lot stretched empty beneath winter gray light. She carried coffee in one hand and a folder in the other. The building was silent. Naomi unlocked the executive entrance and walked through the hall. Her heels clicked against polished floors. She sat at her desk and opened the folder. Customer feedback forms spilled across the surface. Naomi read the first comment and her chest tightened. Ignored for 20 minutes while others were helped. She read another. The manager talked down to me, made me feel unwelcome. Naomi felt anger rise in her throat. She swallowed it back and kept reading. Felt unsafe, called security for asking questions. Her breath caught. The words repeated in different handwriting, different names, same story. Naomi stood and walked to the window. The showroom floor stretched below. Bright lights, shining cars. Everything looked clean. But she knew better. She thought about her own mother. The times Lila had been followed in stores, watched, questioned. Naomi had built this business to be different. Something's wrong, she said to the empty room. Her voice was quiet, certain. Naomi returned to her desk. She pulled up sales data and cross-referenced the complaints. A pattern emerged. Customers with certain names, certain zip codes. Her stomach tightened. She picked up her phone and called her assistant. "Clear my calendar for tomorrow afternoon," Naomi said. "All day?" her assistant asked. "Yes, personal errand." Naomi ended the call. She stared at the folder. The weight of truth pressed against her ribs. She wouldn't manage this from a distance. She needed to see it herself. Naomi gathered the papers and locked them in her drawer. Dawn broke through the window. The dealership would open soon. She left before anyone arrived. Naomi called a leadership meeting for 10 o'clock. She arrived early and set up the conference room. Coffee, water, agendas stacked neatly. Her team filtered in. Travis Keene entered last. He wore a pressed shirt and confident smile. His handshake was firm. "Morning, Miss Carter," Travis said. "Good morning," Naomi said. They sat. Naomi opened her notebook. "I want to discuss customer experience," she said. "Recent feedback shows some concerns." Travis leaned back in his chair. "Every business gets complaints," he said. "We're doing fine." Naomi felt something shift in his expression. Defensiveness disguised as confidence. "Your numbers are strong," she said. "I'm not questioning performance." "Then what?" Travis asked. "Culture. How people feel when they walk in." The room went quiet. Miguel Santos glanced at Travis. The HR director shuffled papers. "We treat everyone professionally," Travis said. "Sometimes customers have unrealistic expectations." Naomi's eyes found his. "Tell me about your greeting protocol," she said. Travis smiled. His voice was smooth. "We assess interest level. Focus energy where it counts. Standard sales practice." "How do you assess interest?" Naomi asked. Travis hesitated. Just a second, then recovered. "Body language, questions they ask. Experience tells you who's serious." Naomi wrote something down. Her pen moved slowly, deliberately. "Thank you for clarifying," she said. The meeting continued. Numbers were discussed. Targets reviewed. Travis spoke often. Others nodded. Naomi listened more than she talked. After the meeting ended, Miguel approached her. "Everything okay?" he asked. "Just gathering information," Naomi said. Miguel's breath caught. Something in her tone made him nervous. That evening, Naomi drove to a thrift store across town. She walked the aisles alone, found a plain coat, navy blue, nothing special. She paid cash, folded the coat carefully. At home, she placed it on a chair in her bedroom, stared at it. The coat looked ordinary. Powerless. That was the point. Naomi arrived at the dealership at noon. She wore the plain coat. Her hair was pulled back. Simple clothes. No jewelry. She looked ordinary. The automatic doors opened. Cool air hit her face. The showroom was busy. Customers browsed. Salespeople moved between cars. Evelyn Marsh sat at the reception desk. She looked up and smiled. "Good afternoon," Evie said. "Welcome to Carter Auto Group." "Thank you," Naomi said. Evie's eyes lingered. Something about the woman's voice felt familiar. Then the thought passed. "Are you looking for something specific?" Evie asked. "Yes, the sedan. Mid-range model." "Wonderful. Let me find someone to help you." Evie picked up the phone. Her fingers tapped the desk. Naomi stood near the coffee station. She watched the floor. Salespeople greeted a white couple immediately. Handshakes, big smiles. A young black man waited near the SUVs. No one approached him. Naomi felt her jaw tighten. Travis appeared from the back office. He scanned the showroom. His eyes passed over Naomi, dismissed her, then doubled back. He walked toward her. His smile was tight. Professional but cold. "Can I help you?" Travis asked. His voice was flat, not welcoming. "I'm interested in the sedan," Naomi said. "The one advertised online." Travis glanced at her coat, her shoes. "That's a popular model," he said. "Premium trim. Runs about $42,000. "I know," Naomi said. "I saw the specs." Travis's smile didn't reach his eyes. "Well, we have other options," he said. "More budget-friendly." Naomi's breath caught, but dismissal was immediate, automatic. "I didn't ask about budget options," she said. "Just trying to be helpful, sweetheart." The word landed between them. Naomi felt anger rise. She pushed it down. "I'd like to see the sedan," she said. Her voice was steady. Travis's mouth tightened. Something shifted in his expression. Annoyance replaced politeness. "Let me see if it's available," he said. He walked away, didn't look back. Naomi stood alone. The showroom felt colder. Travis returned with keys. He led Naomi toward a different car. Older model, lower trim. "This one's more practical," Travis said. "Better value." "That's not the sedan I requested," Naomi said. "Trust me, this suits your needs better." Naomi felt her hands tighten. She kept her voice calm. "How do you know my needs?" she asked. Travis laughed, short, dismissive. "Years of experience," he said. "I can read people." Miguel stood nearby, arranging brochures. He heard Travis's tone, looked away. Naomi walked to the sedan she wanted. Travis followed. "What's the warranty on this model?" Naomi asked. "Standard, 3 years. Powertrain coverage, 5 years. Financing options?" Travis sighed. His patience was thin. "Depends on credit," he said. "Pre-approval helps." "I have excellent credit," Naomi said. "Then you should be fine," Travis said. His voice was patronizing, assuming everything checks out. Naomi's eyes found his. "Why wouldn't it check out?" she asked. Travis shifted his weight, uncomfortable now. "Just saying, process takes time. Verification. Background." "Background for a car purchase?" "Standard procedure," Travis said. Naomi studied him. His discomfort was visible. "I'd like to speak with the general manager," she said. Travis's smile disappeared completely. "I am the floor manager," he said. "I handle sales." "Then I'd like to escalate," Naomi said. "There's nothing to escalate. I'm a customer requesting to speak with management." Travis's face hardened. His voice was tight, sharp. "We don't do games here," he said. Too loud. People turned. The showroom fell quiet. Naomi felt her chest tighten, but her voice stayed level. "I'm not playing games," she said. "I'm asking questions." Travis looked toward the security desk. His jaw was set. "We'll see about that," he said. Travis raised 2 fingers toward the security desk, a signal, deliberate. Daryl Price stood and walked across the showroom. His uniform was crisp, his expression neutral. Naomi watched him approach. Her stomach dropped. A young family near the coffee station turned to stare. The mother pulled her daughter closer. Harold Bennett stopped near the entrance, keys in hand, watching. "Everything okay here?" Daryl asked. His voice was professional, careful. "This woman is being disruptive," Travis said. "I need you to escort her out." Naomi's breath caught. The word disruptive hung in the air. "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave," Daryl said. His tone was apologetic, but firm. Naomi felt heat climb her neck. The familiar burn of humiliation, being treated as dangerous, suspicious, wrong. She kept her hands visible, open, non-threatening. "I've broken no policy," Naomi said. Her voice was quiet. "I asked to see a car. I asked questions." "You're causing a scene," Travis said. "Son, that's not how you address a lady," Harold said. He stepped forward. Older, white, distinguished. Travis turned on him. "This doesn't concern you," Travis said. "I'm a customer here. It concerns me plenty." The tension thickened. Miguel watched from behind a desk. His stomach tightened. Naomi looked at Daryl. "What policy did I break?" she asked. Daryl hesitated. He had no answer. "You were asked to leave," Travis said. "That's enough." Naomi's eyes found Evie at the desk. Evie's knuckles were white, gripping a pen. Naomi made a choice. She wouldn't reveal herself. Not yet. "I'll leave," she said. She walked toward the exit, head high, hands steady. But inside, shame tried to climb her throat. The automatic doors closed behind her. Naomi stood in the parking lot. The cold air bit her face. She walked to her car slowly. Her hands shook when she reached for the door handle. She sat in the driver's seat, engine off. Silence surrounded her. The humiliation settled deep, behind her ribs, in her chest. She had built this business, worked for years, and still, Naomi closed her eyes, breathed slowly. Inside the showroom, Evie stared at her desk. Her fingers wouldn't stop trembling. "You all right?" another receptionist asked. "Fine," Evie said. But she wasn't. Miguel returned to his station. He arranged papers that didn't need arranging. His conscience felt heavy. Travis walked back to his office. Confident, justified. "Some people just don't belong here," he told a colleague. Daryl stood at the security desk. His jaw was tight. He felt used. Harold approached him. "That wasn't right," Harold said. "I was following procedure," Daryl said. "Whose procedure?" Daryl didn't answer, but the question stayed with him. In her car, Naomi pulled out her phone. She stared at it, then dialed. "Mom," she said when Lila answered. "Baby, what's wrong?" Lila asked. "Your voice sounds—" Naomi's voice cracked, surprising her. "I went undercover at the dealership," she said, "to see if the complaints were real." Silence. Then Lila's voice, steady. "And?" "They're real," Lila breathed slowly on the other end. "What are you going to do?" she asked. "I don't know yet," Naomi said, "but I can't let this continue." "You don't have to harden to be strong," Lila said. The words settled over Naomi. Gentle. True. "I know," Naomi said. She ended the call, started the engine, drove home. The plain coat sat on the passenger seat. Evidence. Naomi sat at her kitchen table, laptop open, files spread across the surface. She pulled customer data, complaint logs, sales records, security reports. Her eyes scanned numbers. Patterns emerged. Customers with certain names were greeted slower, offered fewer financing options, questioned more. The data confirmed what her body already knew. Naomi created a spreadsheet, column by column, building evidence. Her mother's words echoed. You don't have to harden to be strong, but she did have to be thorough. Hours passed. The kitchen grew dark. Naomi turned on a lamp. She saved a file, named it Culture Review. Her phone buzzed. A text from her assistant. "Everything okay? You've been offline all day." Naomi typed back. "Fine, working on something important." She set the phone down, stared at the plain coat hanging on a chair. It looked ordinary, harmless, but it had shown her truth. Naomi felt determination settle in her bones. Not rage, not revenge. Justice. Clear, necessary. She closed her laptop. The investigation was just beginning. Tomorrow she would return to the dealership, not as a customer, as the CEO who refused to look away. Naomi arrived at the dealership after closing. The parking lot was empty. Security lights glowed orange. She unlocked the executive entrance, walked to the security office. Daryl was finishing his shift. He looked up, surprised. "Miss Carter," he said, "didn't expect you this late." "I need to review footage from this afternoon," Naomi said. "There was an incident." "Yes, ma'am. What time?" "Around 12:30. Daryl pulled up the system. His fingers moved across the keyboard. The screen flickered, then showed the showroom floor. Naomi watched herself enter. Plain coat, quiet posture. She watched Travis approach. His body language, dismissive. The footage had no sound, but she didn't need it. She saw Travis signal Daryl. 2 fingers, casual, commanding. She watched herself being escorted out, head high, dignity intact. But the damage was done. "Can you send me this file?" Naomi asked. Her voice was steady. "Of course," Daryl said. "May I ask what this is about?" Naomi turned to face him. Her eyes found his. "That woman was me," she said. Daryl went still. His breath caught. He stopped. Understanding flooded his face. "Yes," Naomi said. Daryl's jaw tightened. Anger replaced confusion. "He used me," Daryl said. "Made me part of that." "I know," Naomi said, "and I need your honesty, not your loyalty." Daryl nodded slowly. Respect sharpened in his expression. "You'll have it," he said. Naomi left the office, walked through the empty showroom. The silence felt different now, heavy with truth. She stopped at the window, looked out at the dark lot. Tomorrow she would call an all-staff meeting. Tomorrow accountability would begin. Naomi felt grief, but also clarity. The hidden strength wasn't her title, it was her restraint. She left the building, locked the door behind her. The investigation was complete. Now came consequences. Naomi arrived at the dealership before dawn. She scheduled an emergency meeting with HR for 8 o'clock. Sandra Mills, the HR director, entered the conference room with coffee and caution. Her smile was professional but strained. "You said this was urgent," Sandra said. "It is," Naomi said. "I need a full culture audit, immediately." Sandra's face tightened. "That's a significant undertaking," she said. "May I ask what prompted this?" "Customer complaints. Patterns of discrimination." The word hung between them. Sandra shifted in her chair. "Discrimination is a serious allegation," Sandra said. "Yes, it is." Naomi slid a folder across the table. Data, charts, customer feedback. Sandra opened it slowly. Her eyes scanned the pages. "This is concerning," Sandra said, "but we need to be careful. Liability, optics." Naomi felt anger rise. She pushed it down. "I need greeting times analyzed by demographic proxies," Naomi said. "Test drive approvals, financing approvals, complaint categories cross-referenced with sales staff." "That level of detail could take weeks," Sandra said. "You have 3 days." Sandra's breath caught. "Miss Carter, with respect, this could open us up to legal exposure if we're not careful." "We're already exposed," Naomi said. "The question is whether we fix it or hide it." Her voice was quiet, sharp. Sandra closed the folder. Her hands trembled slightly. "I'll start immediately," she said. Naomi left the conference room, walked through the hallway. Travis stood near the sales floor, laughing with 2 associates, carefree, confident. He glanced at Naomi, nodded politely. She nodded back, kept walking. Travis had no idea the ground beneath him had begun to shift. Naomi entered her office, closed the door. Tomorrow, she would request written statements. Tomorrow, she would widen the investigation. But today, she had planted the seed. And seeds, once planted, grew in unexpected directions. Miguel knocked on Naomi's office door at noon. His face was tight with worry. "Miss Carter, do you have a minute?" he asked. "Come in," Naomi said. Miguel sat. His hands fidgeted. "There's talk about an audit," he said. "People are nervous." "Are you nervous?" Naomi asked. Miguel's eyes dropped. "I don't know what this is about," he said. Naomi studied him. Young, ambitious, still believing neutrality was safety. "What have you seen on the floor lately?" she asked. "Seen? How customers are treated. How decisions are made about who gets attention." Miguel shifted in his chair. His throat tightened. "I mean, it's sales," he said. "We prioritize based on likelihood of closing." "How do you determine likelihood?" Naomi asked. Silence stretched between them. "Experience," Miguel said. "Weak." Naomi leaned forward. Her voice was calm. "Tell me the truth, Miguel." His breath caught. "Sometimes we decide who's serious before we even say hello," he said. The words left his mouth. Hung in the air. Naomi didn't praise him, didn't judge him, just nodded. "Thank you for your honesty," she said. Miguel stood. His legs felt unsteady. "Are people in trouble?" he asked. "People who've done wrong will face consequences," Naomi said. "People who choose honesty now will have a future." Miguel left the office. His heart pounded. He walked past Travis's desk. Travis looked up. "What did she want?" Travis asked. "Just checking in," Miguel said. Travis's eyes narrowed. "You tell her anything?" Travis asked. Miguel's stomach twisted. "No," he lied. But the lie tasted wrong. That evening, Miguel sat in his car, stared at his phone. His conscience felt heavier than his ambition. For the first time, he wondered which would win. Evie stayed late. The dealership was empty. Quiet. She pulled out a notebook, began writing. Date, time, every detail she remembered. Travis's words, his tone, the way he signaled security. Evie's hand trembled as she wrote. But she kept going. She wasn't dramatic. She'd lived 61 years without causing trouble. But this felt different. This felt like duty. Daryl found her at the desk, finishing his rounds. "You're here late," he said. "Needed to finish something," Evie said. Daryl noticed her pale face, the tension in her shoulders. "You all right, Evie?" he asked. She looked up. Her eyes were tired. "I watched something wrong happen," she said, "and I did nothing." Daryl pulled up a chair, sat beside her. "The woman yesterday?" he asked. "Yes. She was the owner," Daryl said quietly. "Miss Carter herself." Evie's breath caught. The pen fell from her hand. "Oh, God," she said. "I felt used," Daryl said. "Like a prop. Like he turned me into a threat against someone who didn't deserve it." Evie picked up her pen, kept writing. "We have to tell the truth," she said, "even if it costs us." "Costs us what?" Daryl asked. "Comfort, safety, our jobs maybe." Daryl was quiet, then nodded. "Better than our conscience," he said. Evie finished writing, sealed the pages in an envelope. She held it for a moment, then slid it into her purse. "I'll give this to her tomorrow," Evie said. Daryl stood. His voice was steady. "I'll write my report tonight," he said. "The full truth." They left together, two people choosing courage over quiet. The dealership lights dimmed behind them. Tomorrow would demand bravery. Tonight, they prepared. Travis sensed something shifting. He couldn't name it, but he felt it. He called a team meeting in the morning. His top sellers gathered. "Keep the floor clean," Travis said. "No time wasters. Focus on real buyers." "How do we know who's real?" someone asked. Travis smiled, confident. "You know," he said. "Trust your instincts." Miguel sat in the back. His stomach turned. "What if instincts are wrong?" Miguel asked. Travis's smile faded. "They're not," he said. "Not if you've been doing this long enough." The meeting ended. Staff scattered. Miguel returned to his desk, felt eyes on him. Harold Bennett returned to pick up paperwork. He walked the showroom slowly. An older black woman entered, looked around. 3 salespeople glanced at her, then away. Harold watched. His mouth tightened. He approached the woman himself. "Good morning," Harold said. "Can I help you find someone?" The woman smiled, grateful. "I'm looking for a sales associate," she said. Harold walked her to Miguel's desk. "This young man will help you," Harold said. Then looked at Miguel. "Won't you?" Miguel stood quickly. His face flushed. "Of course," Miguel said. "Please, sit down." Travis watched from across the floor. His jaw tightened. Later, Naomi sent a company-wide email. Subject: Customer Incident Reports. All security personnel must submit written statements for any customer removal or escort in the past 60 days. Travis read the email twice. His hands tightened on the mouse. "What is she looking for?" he said to himself. That evening, Daryl sat at his kitchen table, laptop open. He typed his statement. Simple, honest, complete. On December 14th, I was signaled by floor manager Travis Keene to escort a customer from the premises. No policy violation was stated. No threat was present. I complied with the directive, but felt the action was unjustified. Daryl saved the document, attached it to an email. His finger hovered over send, then pressed. The truth was in motion now. Naomi scheduled a private meeting with Daryl. Security office, noon. Daryl arrived first, stood when she entered. "Thank you for your report," Naomi said. "Just the truth, ma'am," Daryl said. Naomi closed the door, sat across from him. "I need to tell you something," she said. "That woman you escorted out was me." Daryl went completely still, his face drained. "You were—" He stopped. Anger replaced shock. "He used me." "Yes. He made me threaten my own boss, made me part of humiliating you." Naomi's voice was calm, steady. "You didn't know," she said. "I should have questioned it," Daryl said. "I should have asked what policy was broken." "You were following orders. Bad orders." Silence hung between them, heavy with truth. Naomi pulled out her identification, showed him. "I need your full cooperation," she said. "Not your loyalty to the company, not protection of anyone, just honesty." Daryl's respect sharpened. His voice was firm. "You have it," he said. "Whatever you need, I'll stand as a witness." "This may get uncomfortable," Naomi said. "I don't care about comfort anymore," Daryl said. "I care about being able to look at myself." Naomi felt something shift inside her. Not revenge, power grounded in truth. "Thank you, Daryl," she said. He nodded, then asked carefully, "What happens to Travis?" "Consequences," Naomi said. "Fair ones." She left the security office, walked through the empty showroom. The space felt different now, like a courtroom waiting for testimony. Naomi stopped at the window, looked out. Her hidden strength wasn't her title. It was her restraint. Tomorrow, she would speak with Miguel. Tomorrow, she would widen the circle. But today, she had gained an ally, and truth, once witnessed, could not be unseen. Naomi called Miguel into her office at 3 o'clock. He entered slowly. "Sit," Naomi said. Miguel sat. His hands gripped the armrests. "I want to ask you about an incident from last week," Naomi said. "A customer who was escorted out." Miguel's face flushed. His breath caught. "I wasn't directly involved," he said, "but you were present." "Yes." "Tell me what you saw." Miguel struggled. Words caught in his throat. "Travis was helping a woman," he said. It got tense. He called security. "Why did it get tense?" Naomi asked. "She kept asking questions, wanted to see cars above her." He stopped, realized his mistake. "Above her what?" Naomi asked. Her voice was quiet. Miguel's stomach dropped. "I mean, Travis thought she wasn't serious," he said. "Based on what?" Silence. Thick. Suffocating. "I don't know," Miguel said. Weak. Naomi leaned forward. "Miguel, that woman was me." His face went pale. His hands shook. "Oh God," he said. "Miss Carter, You heard Travis's tone. You saw what was happening. And you chose not to intervene." "I wanted to," Miguel said. You wanted Travis's approval more." The words hit him. True. Painful. Miguel's voice cracked. "I'm sorry," he said. "I should have said something." "Apologies matter," Naomi said. "But actions matter more." She slid a folder across the desk. "You're being reassigned," she said. "Customer Care Initiative. Direct report to me." Miguel looked up, confused. "You're giving me a chance," he said. "I'm giving you accountability," Naomi said. "Use it to become the man you wish you'd been." Miguel left the office. His chest felt tight. Strange hope mixed with shame. In the showroom, Travis watched Miguel walk past. His eyes narrowed. "What was that about?" Travis asked. "Nothing," Miguel said. But Travis didn't believe him. "Something's going on," Travis said to a colleague. "I can feel it." His confidence was cracking. Just slightly. Enough to make him dangerous. Sandra delivered the audit results to Naomi's office. Her face was pale. "The data is clear," Sandra said. "Patterns exist across multiple metrics." Naomi opened the report, read slowly. Greeting times varied by customer demographics. Test drive approvals showed bias. Financing rejections followed patterns that couldn't be explained by credit alone. "This is liability," Sandra said. "We need legal involved." "We need truth involved," Naomi said. "Ms. Carter, if this gets out, it will get out, one way or another." Naomi closed the report. Her voice was firm. "Schedule an all-staff meeting," she said. "Everyone, sales, security, front desk, no exceptions." Sandra's hands trembled. "When?" she asked. "Tomorrow, 2 o'clock." "That's fast." "It's necessary." Sandra left. Naomi sat alone. An hour later, Evie appeared at her door. Knocked softly. "Ms. Carter," Evie said. "May I speak with you?" "Please, come in." Evie entered. She held an envelope. Her hands shook. "I wrote everything down," Evie said. "What I saw, what I heard, what I should have done." She placed the envelope on Naomi's desk. "I didn't want to be quiet anymore," Evie said. Naomi accepted it. Her eyes met Evie's. "Thank you," Naomi said. "Not pity, respect." "Will I lose my job?" Evie asked. "No," Naomi said. "You'll be honored." Evie's breath caught. Tears filled her eyes. She left. Naomi opened the envelope, read every word. Each sentence added weight to the truth. That evening, Travis heard whispers. Secret shopper, investigation, all-staff meeting. He gathered his supporters. "Something's happening." Travis said, "We need to present a united front." "United against what?" someone asked. "Against overreaction," Travis said. "Against woke nonsense trying to destroy good people." Miguel overheard. His stomach turned. Travis caught his eye. "You with us, Miguel?" Travis asked. Miguel hesitated. His new courage wobbled under social pressure. "Sure," Miguel said, hating himself. Naomi worked late into the night. She drafted the meeting agenda. One line made her pause. "Show the footage." Her finger hovered over the keyboard. Then typed, "Confirmed." Tomorrow, truth would have its day. Naomi arrived early. At 7 o'clock, her phone rang. "Naomi, it's Richard," the investor said. His voice was tight. "I'm hearing concerning rumors." "About what?" Naomi asked. "Public image issues, employee conflicts. I need to understand what's happening before the board hears about it." Naomi felt pressure settle on her shoulders. Familiar, heavy. "I'm addressing a culture problem," she said. "How publicly?" Richard asked. "Staff meeting this afternoon. That could create exposure. Have you consulted legal? PR?" "I've consulted my conscience." Richard's voice sharpened. "Naomi, I respect your principles, but you have investors to consider, stakeholders. This needs to be handled discreetly." She felt the old weight. "Make yourself smaller. Protect everyone's comfort." "I'll handle it appropriately," Naomi said. "Meaning?" "Meaning I won't let this continue." The call ended. Naomi sat at her desk. Her head ached. At noon, she sent a company-wide email. Meeting delayed to 4 o'clock. Rumors spread immediately. Travis used the extra hours. He walked the floor, built his defense. "This is about one customer complaint," Travis told the team. Being blown out of proportion. What happened? Someone asked. Someone got their feelings hurt. Now we all pay. People nodded. Some didn't. Miguel sat at his desk, heard the murmurs. It's woke nonsense, a colleague said, trying to make everything racist. Miguel's new courage wavered, wobbled under the weight of social rejection. He thought about speaking up, then didn't. Shame filled his chest. At 3:30, Naomi walked through the hallway toward the showroom. She heard laughter, knew it was designed to make her doubt herself. She stopped, closed her eyes, breathed. Lila's words returned. You don't have to harden to be strong. Naomi opened her eyes, kept walking. The showroom filled. Employees gathered, some curious, some defensive. Travis stood near the back, arms folded, surrounded by supporters. His smile was tight, confident. He had no idea what was coming. The showroom filled with staff. Chairs formed rows. The AV screen glowed white at the front. Naomi stood near the door, watching people settle. Travis positioned himself strategically, back row, surrounded by allies. His posture was relaxed, but ready. Sandra sat in the front, HR team beside her. Their faces were tight with worry. Evie took a seat near the middle. Her hands were clasped. Miguel sat 3 rows back, alone. Daryl stood against the wall, his security uniform pressed, his expression neutral. At 4 o'clock, Naomi walked to the front. The room quieted. Thank you for being here, she said. Her voice was calm, steady. Travis leaned toward a colleague, whispered something. They smirked. Naomi saw it, continued. We're here to discuss our values, she said. Dignity, service, fairness. Someone in the back shifted, an eye roll, barely hidden. Naomi felt the resistance. The room split before she'd even begun. These aren't just words on our website, she said. They're commitments to every customer, every employee. Travis's voice cut through, loud, deliberate. Miss Carter, with respect, is this about one complaint? He asked. The room tensed. People turned. Naomi's eyes found his. Why would you assume it's one complaint? She asked. Travis's confidence flickered, just slightly. I'm just trying to understand the scope, he said. The scope is culture, Naomi said. How we decide who belongs, who deserves respect. Travis leaned back. His smile returned. We treat everyone professionally, he said. Sometimes, customers have unrealistic expectations. That's not discrimination. Murmurs rippled through the room. Some nodded agreement. Naomi felt the weight of doubt, wondered if truth would only cost her relationships, leave the culture intact. Then her eyes found Evie, 61 years old, hands clasped, eyes brave. Justice wasn't measured by applause. Naomi turned to Sandra. Please cue the footage, she said. The room went silent, confused, nervous. The AV screen flickered. A timestamp appeared. December 14th, 12:47 p.m. The first frame froze. Travis's hand raised. 2 fingers, signaling. The footage played. No sound, just images. A woman in a plain coat entered the showroom, moved quietly through the space. Travis approached. His body language was clear, dismissive. The woman asked questions. Travis gestured toward different cars, his impatience visible. Then the signal. 2 fingers, deliberate. Daryl crossed the showroom, professional but firm. The woman's hands stayed visible, open, non-threatening. She was escorted out, head high. The footage ended. Silence filled the room. Naomi let the silence stretch, hang heavy. Then she spoke. That woman was me. Gasps moved through the staff, quick, sharp. Travis's face drained, his mouth opened, closed. I went undercover to confirm what customer complaints suggested, Naomi said. I wanted to see our culture with my own eyes. She paused. Her voice was steady, but emotion threaded through. I was dismissed immediately, steered toward cheaper cars, patronized, called sweetheart. And when I asked to speak with management, I was treated as a threat. Travis stood, his voice was tight. I didn't know who you were, he said. Exactly, Naomi said. Her voice was quiet, sharp. That's the point. He tried again. I was protecting the business. From time wasters. From what? Naomi asked. A black woman asking questions? The room went still. The words landed like stones. Travis's face flushed. That's not what this was about, he said. Then what was it about? Naomi asked. Experience. Instinct. I can read people. You read my skin, Naomi said, and decided I didn't belong. Her breath caught. The emotion she'd held back pressed against her ribs. Do you know what that feels like? She asked. To be treated as dangerous, suspicious, wrong, simply for existing in a space you built? Evie's eyes filled with tears. Miguel's hands shook. I felt it my entire life, Naomi said. But I thought I could build something different here. She turned to the room. Daryl, would you share your perspective? She asked. Daryl stepped forward. His voice was firm. I was called without cause, he said. No policy violation was stated. No threat was present. I was used as a tool to intimidate someone who deserved respect. Evie stood. Her legs trembled, but her voice held. I heard how Mr. Keene spoke to her, Evie said. I saw what happened, and I did nothing. I was afraid, but I was wrong. Travis tried to speak. The room no longer belonged to him. Travis attempted to regain control. His voice was defensive. This is being blown out of proportion, he said. I made a judgment call. That's my job. Your job is to serve customers, Naomi said, not judge them. I serve serious buyers, people who are actually here to purchase. How do you determine serious? Naomi asked. Travis hesitated. The trap closed. Experience, he said. Weak now. Be specific, Naomi said. The silence stretched. Travis's supporters looked uncomfortable. I look at presentation, engagement level, questions they ask. You looked at me and decided I wasn't serious, Naomi said. Within seconds, Travis's jaw tightened. I've worked here for 8 years, he said. My numbers prove I know what I'm doing. Numbers don't excuse behavior, Naomi said. Harold Bennett stood from his seat, older, distinguished, white. I'd like to say something, Harold said. Naomi nodded. I was there that day, Harold said. I watched the whole thing, and I was ashamed. Not of that woman, of us. His voice carried weight, moral authority. I've been a customer here for 15 years, Harold said. I always received excellent service. But watching how that woman was treated opened my eyes. She asked the same questions I would ask. She deserved the same respect I receive. He looked at Travis. Son, you showed me something ugly that day, Harold said. Something I didn't want to believe existed here. Travis's face hardened. His defense crumbled. Miguel stood. His voice shook, but held. I need to say something, Miguel said. I was there too. I heard Mr. Keene's tone. I saw what was happening, and I did nothing. His breath caught. I wanted Travis's approval more than I wanted to do the right thing, Miguel said. I'm ashamed of that, and I'm sorry. Several employees shifted uncomfortably. A few nodded slowly. Naomi felt something shift. Not victory. Truth taking root. She addressed the full room. This isn't about punishing one person, she said. This is about acknowledging a pattern, changing a culture, becoming who we claim to be. Travis's supporters fell quiet, confronted with evidence they couldn't dismiss. The room was learning, whether they wanted to or not. Naomi continued. Her voice was calm but firm. I didn't reveal this to humiliate anyone, she said. I revealed it because silence protects injustice. She looked at Travis. You use security to remove a customer asking questions, she said. You weaponized authority against someone you deemed unworthy of respect. Travis's voice rose, desperate now. I thought I was doing my job, he said. Jobs don't absolve character, Naomi said. The words landed. Heavy. Final. Sandra stood. HR formality kicking in. Miss Carter, perhaps we should continue this privately. No, Naomi said. This happened publicly. It gets addressed publicly. She turned back to the staff. "Effective immediately. The following actions will be taken," she said. "Travis Keene is removed from the floor pending termination review. HR will implement transparent customer protocols. Every employee will complete mandatory bias training. And we're establishing a reporting channel protected from retaliation." Travis's face went red. His voice shook. "You're destroying my career over one incident." "One incident I witnessed," Naomi said. "But the data shows a pattern." She gestured to Sandra. "Show them the audit results," Naomi said. Sandra pulled up a presentation. Charts, graphs, numbers that told a story. Greeting times, test drive approvals, financing patterns, all showing bias. Clear, undeniable. The room absorbed the evidence. Some looked shocked. Some looked guilty. Travis tried once more. "Those numbers don't prove anything." "They prove everything," Naomi said. "And they prove it's not just you. It's a culture we all allowed." She addressed the full room again. "Anyone else who wants to share their experience can speak now," she said, "or submit written statements. This is about honesty, not blame." A young black salesman raised his hand. His voice was quiet. "I've felt it too," he said. "Customers who don't trust me. Colleagues who question my sales. Like I have to prove myself twice as hard." An older Latina woman nodded. "I've been ignored, passed over, made to feel invisible," she said. The testimonies came, slowly, painfully, honestly. Travis stood frozen, watching his world collapse. His defenders said nothing, couldn't argue with accumulated truth. Naomi felt exhaustion, but also clarity. This wasn't punishment, it was repair. The meeting continued for another hour. Employees asked questions, some defensive, some genuine. Naomi answered each one, patient, firm. When it ended, people filed out slowly. The energy was heavy. Travis remained, sitting alone. His supporters had scattered. Miguel approached Naomi. "Thank you for giving me a chance," he said. "I won't waste it." "I know," Naomi said. Evie waited near the front. Her eyes were red but clear. "I'm glad you did this," Evie said. "It was terrifying but necessary." "Yes," Naomi said. "It was." Daryl stood by the door, professional, respectful. "Ma'am, I'll be submitting my full report," he said. "Everything I witnessed." "Thank you, Daryl," Naomi said. Harold approached last. His handshake was firm. "You handled that with grace," he said. "More grace than it deserved." "Grace and accountability can coexist," Naomi said. Harold nodded, respect clear in his expression. The room emptied. Travis sat alone. Naomi approached him, slowly. "Travis," she said. He looked up. His eyes were hollow. "You destroyed me," he said. "No," Naomi said. "You destroyed yourself. I just refused to help you hide it." His voice cracked. "What happens now?" he asked. "That depends on you," Naomi said. She sat across from him. The showroom stretched empty around them. "You have two choices," she said. "You can leave bitter, blame everyone else, learn nothing. Or you can acknowledge the harm you caused and choose to change." Travis's hands tightened. "I didn't mean to." He stopped. The excuse felt hollow even to him. "Intent doesn't erase impact," Naomi said. Silence hung between them. "If you choose change," Naomi said, "there's a path. Restorative training, community listening sessions, a genuine apology. It won't erase consequences, but it might redeem character." Travis stared at his hands, like they belonged to someone he didn't recognize. "I thought I was just doing my job," he said, quieter now. "Then you need to rethink what the job is," Naomi said. She stood. Her voice was firm but not cruel. "Think about it," she said, "but don't take too long." She left him there, alone with his choices. The next morning, Travis requested a private meeting. His face was pale, tired. "I thought about what you said," Travis said. "And?" Naomi asked. "I want to try the restorative path." Naomi studied him. searching for sincerity. "Why?" she asked. Travis struggled with the words. "Because I don't want to be that man," he said, "the one in the footage. But I was, and I need to understand why." His voice shook slightly. "I convinced myself instinct was just experience," he said. "But maybe it was prejudice in a clean suit." The admission hung between them, fragile, real. "This won't be easy," Naomi said. "It requires humility, honesty, genuine change." "I know," Travis said. "You'll complete bias training with an external facilitator," Naomi said. "Attend community listening sessions with people you've harmed. Write a public apology, and your employment status remains terminated. These actions don't guarantee reinstatement." Travis nodded. His throat tightened. "I understand," he said. "One more thing," Naomi said. "You'll never work in a customer-facing role here again. If you return, it'll be in a different capacity." "That's fair," Travis said. Naomi felt something unexpected. Not satisfaction, not forgiveness, but possibility. "Character isn't fixed," she said. "It's chosen, every day." Travis left. His shoulders were heavy, but not broken. In the following weeks, changes took root. New protocols were posted, greeting standards, fair treatment policies, anonymous reporting channels. Miguel led customer care training. His voice was steady now, convicted. "Every customer deserves respect," he told new hires, period. Evie was recognized at a staff luncheon, not as a mascot, as a moral witness. "You showed us courage," Naomi said. "Real courage, late but holy." Evie's eyes filled with tears, proud tears this time. Daryl's role expanded. He created safety protocols that centered dignity, not just compliance. "Security should protect everyone," he said, "especially those who've been made to feel unsafe." Harold returned frequently, brought friends, recommended the dealership openly. "This is how business should be," he told them. The culture shifted, slowly, imperfectly, but visibly. 3 months later, Travis completed his restorative program. He requested one final meeting with Naomi. She agreed. He entered her office differently, quieter, humbler. "I wanted to thank you," Travis said. Naomi's eyebrows lifted slightly. "For what?" she asked. "For not letting me stay who I was." His voice was steady, changed. "I've spent 3 months listening," Travis said, "to people I hurt, people I ignored, people I made invisible." He paused. His throat tightened. "I always thought I was a good person," he said, "just doing my job. But good people can do terrible things when they stop seeing other people as fully human." Naomi listened, said nothing. "I don't expect forgiveness," Travis said, "or my job back. I just wanted you to know I heard you, finally." "What will you do now?" Naomi asked. "I'm working with a nonprofit," Travis said, "teaching bias awareness in businesses, using my story as a warning." Something shifted in his expression. Grief mixed with purpose. "I can't undo what I did," he said. "But maybe I can prevent someone else from becoming who I was." Naomi studied him, searching for performance, finding authenticity. "That's meaningful work," she said. "It's penance," Travis said. "But maybe penance is how we become better." He stood, extended his hand. Naomi shook it, not warmly, but respectfully. "Good luck, Travis," she said. He left. The door closed softly. Naomi sat alone, felt exhaustion, relief, cautious hope. Redemption wasn't granted. It was earned. And sometimes, rarely, people chose to earn it. She thought about her mother's words. "You don't have to harden to be strong." She hadn't hardened, hadn't become bitter. She'd simply refused to let dignity be negotiable. That evening, Naomi drove past the dealership. The lights glowed warm. Inside, Miguel greeted an elderly black couple, smiling, genuine. Evie sat at the desk, steady, proud. Daryl stood near the entrance. Guardian now, not weapon. The change was real, imperfect, but real. 6 months later, the dealership felt different. Not perfect, but honest. Customers noticed. Reviews improved. Not just numbers. Tone. I felt welcome here. They listened. Finally, a place that sees me. Naomi stood at the showroom window in early morning light. The lot stretched quiet, under soft gold. She held her coffee, breathed slowly. The plain coat hung in her closet at home now. Evidence no longer needed. Leela visited that morning, walked the floor with pride. "You did good, baby," Leela said. "It was hard," Naomi said. "The right things usually are." Evie passed by, stopped to hug Naomi. "Thank you for believing me," Evie said. "Thank you for being brave," Naomi said. Miguel trained a new hire near the SUVs. His voice carried purpose. "Every customer gets the same greeting," Miguel said. "Eye contact, smile, genuine welcome." The young hire nodded, learning from someone who'd learned the hard way. Daryl's security protocols had become model practice. Other dealerships called for consultations. "How did you change the culture?" they asked. "We told the truth," Daryl said. "And we meant it." Harold returned with his grandson, buying his first car. "This is where you go," Harold told him. "They treat people right here." The grandson was black, young, nervous. Miguel greeted him immediately, warm, respectful. "Welcome," Miguel said. "What are you looking for today?" The young man's shoulders relaxed. Naomi watched from her office, felt something settle in her chest. Not triumph. Peace. The kind of peace that came from refusing to compromise on dignity. She returned to the showroom floor. A new customer entered. Middle-aged black woman. Alone. Naomi walked toward her. Met her eyes first. "Good morning," Naomi said. "Welcome to Carter Auto Group." The woman smiled, relief visible. "Thank you," she said. "I wasn't sure I'd feel welcome." "You are," Naomi said, completely. She meant it. The culture proved it. Change wasn't perfect, but it was real, and real change lasted.